we're in. They've started with a
They
Howl.
just got Arabia. They got Arabia with a Howl, bro.
Well, that's what we're saying, right? You never know what you're going to get.
Yeah.
And so that's what Hyperrandom's given us. I guess that's good in some ways for Villese, in a lot of ways for Villese, because Huns want the more open map. But to just finish my thought, Villese has lost a little bit of his overall sharpness with timings, but if he's getting walls in these generations, he could definitely beat Liereyy, I think.
What do we always say? If he gets to 3 TC, he's extremely dangerous.
Yeah, agreed.
And like that's the key with him. If you look at his map and Lierey's map for that instance, it's very wallable. Lierey's golds are a little bit further forward, but if we examine that gold in the back of Vilese's base, 242 on each of those. If he finds the one in the corner, he's actually set. But I don't know if he goes all the way back there. Villese is really good with scouting, and he's actually number one tip for Masters of Hyperrandom: scout the freaking corners.
No way
that's
he's
exactly
gonna
what
find
he's
this.
doing early, dude. He knows. Scout the corners, man. He won the first one.
What?
He beat Tattoo in the first one. He knows, bro.
That is the safest gold on the map right there.
Yes.
It's also not the easiest to place an efficient mining camp in there, but still. That's wild, though. So it's 947 a tile on that, and then only 200 a tile on the other gold. So there's an argument to take that.
I think you take the first one, and then if you need to, you default back to that one, because it's a long walking distance. As far as other resources on this map, most of the relics are kind of over on his side. I think the Teutons would be more inclined to pick those up early, but you could start the countdown. There's 5 of them, I think. 4 of them? 4 of them.
4, yeah.
Yeah.
Also, other pig went to the other corner, by the way. So he's definitely following the tip. Found that big area of stone, which would be important later on. But yeah, front of the base open for both. I would expect them to open Arabia style here. There's actually not a lot of berries, though. Though I guess each bush does have a bit more food than the standard one. But I would normally say opening scouts. I still think you can open scouts, but it's a bit weird when they have a halb now. Which could be used defensively.
I think Liereyy might do it just because he wants some map control. And he'll just run in circles, but I don't think there's really much damage to be done. If you're Villese, even with Huns, like you could just make an argument for just walling this up. It's not that much effort. You got plenty of resources.
I think if he had a little more food,
faster feudal farm upgrade. Yeah.
Like I think if there's one more boar or a couple more sheep, you can get away with the fast castle, but he's about to run out of the thickest boar he had. He only has 150 food left on the other, so might just need
There's
to
some
try
Argalis he
and
can push in. The berries have 240 on each of them, so that's basically like having 4 stacks of regular berries.
Yep.
From those 2, so it's not that bad. He also has a couple pigs left over, but only 66 food on those. I think maybe faster feudal adapt with walls and get your farm upgrade and just start adding to your eco.
You
don't even need scouts or anything.
I would be thinking cav archers. If this is Arabia, you're just thinking go cav archers and Teuton struggle. So that would be my guess as the plan. Liereyy did push in 2 of his deer, or I guess Argalis. Oh, actually he killed one. Yeah.
He didn't use the follow command, bro. He just killed it.
Whoops. They are both kind of struggling to get the feudal, but I think once they get loom, which delays some food spend, they'll get this. And they've both done pretty much perfect job. I like how Villese went for the Dark Age farms personally, but either way, looking pretty good.
Look at the scouting from Liereyy. Kind of like he didn't use really any of his herdables to scout, so he didn't check the corners. Now he doesn't have a gold.
He doesn't
like
have
Villese
a corner.
does in the corner.
Yeah,
there's not much on this map to see, to be honest.
You know what could technically have happened here. It hasn't, but there could be a pond like in the south, middle-ish area. We've seen instances where one person finds it, the other one doesn't. So obviously it hasn't happened here, but definitely feel like there's a little bit of a risk in not scouting more, right? They had to push the deer, but I liked what Villese did with the scouting.
He's a champion after all. And that was a 6 set. That was years ago now. But I remember that was my first time casting Masters of Hyperrandom. I tuned him for the final. And I fell in love with the map, basically. because Tato and Villese were just doing like huge Imperial Age battles every single game for 9 games. It was 5-4 for Villese.
Yeah, I definitely covered it, but I don't know if I remember any specific games. Are there any that come to mind for you that could jog my memory?
I remember the final one. It was like a big river system in the middle, and then they both had hills on either side. Yeah, dude, my memory isn't like yours for AoE 2.
You know what I do remember though? I remember Villese versus Tim, Masters of Mega Random, which was like a couple years before that. That was an interesting one. I remember. Oh no, it was maybe Tato versus Tim. Anyways, I ended up being like a wonder race in that one, which was pretty crazy. So
I haven't seen any wonders yet.
Dude, there's been so many opportunities for people to try it.
Yes.
But people just don't know. And it, like anything else, it just takes one person to do it. And then the other players are going to say, holy crap, that's really strong. And have it in the back of their mind.
There were some of those where you start with like the city walls and they're doubled up. Like when you kill one, there's another one immediately behind it. And you start with like a 2 TC. I've seen that a couple times. Where if they played towards Wonder, they could have held easily for the countdown.
Is there a way for the player to know it's double wall, or is that not possible? Because it's kind of hard to select it. You can't multi-select when you're in game, right?
You can delete one.
Yo, you got to delete one of your walls to find out if there's another wall
if
there.
It's at the back, dude. I mean, it's for science, right?
I mean, I'm just saying, like, there was a very confused player, forget who it was, where they realized that there was double layer. I think
it was Jordan trying to get in through the gates, I think.
There was another one then. There was also Fire, got confused. So, but I think now that people know it can happen, they should do what you said. And adapt it a little bit, delete some walls in the back. We got Halb's rating for both players. Not horrible for either player. Villese will see that Lierey's opening skirms. So he probably won't move out with his archers at all. And he's just working on the walls. So, not arena, but they're going to wall up like arena right now.
Just pause. Villese. Do I have any DMs? If they're pausing the game,
don't you love that, dude? Here? Don't you love that? Yeah.
As like a tournament host, although the admin team is doing 90% of the work, but I like every time someone pauses, I'm like, oh crap, what's going on?
When it's someone else's event, you're just like, oh, let's make jokes, let's have some fun. But like here, you're like immediately scanning the map, like, oh, is there a bug? I guess it's a bit different here, but
well, luckily for me, Tree and Zetnus have been really good.
Yeah.
It's been really, really smooth for me so far, so I just have to cast the games, and it's fine. I don't really have to worry about anything else.
Liereyy chases the Halb, and it's a pretty good spot for him to find up there. I don't think he knew about that stone before, so now he'll know about all that stone. And I guess that's kind of similar to the stone that Villese has way in the north. Obviously, he does have some stone in the back, but it's a really sizable chunk. It's going to be scout follow-up from Villese, which can be really good if he catches the skirms on open fields, but there's still the Halb out there, and Liereyy is walling right now.
Much HP on the Halb? 30? Okay, that's solid. And Villese is dealing with dingoes. Oh no, they ate his baby, dude! They're coming after him! And the bear!
I assume most people know that story. I told it yesterday. There was a couple people who were like, I'd never heard that apparently, which is surprising, because I'm the one that normally lives under the rock. But, that's brutal, dude. I still can't get over that. They were like freaking in prison, man. Horrible.
I don't know the full story. I just know that Dingo ate my baby.
Oh, you don't know?
That's it.
All right.
Well, I read it at some point like years ago, but I can't. I don't know enough.
Okay.
To give full context, so I'm not even gonna try.
Well, we'll wait and see if there's actually any big fights that happen before we get into it. But Lierey's kind of out of position right now. His Halbs and skirms are running forward, and now he'll know that his opponent has added scouts. Loses his skirm, and Villese could kind of work his way around there. Lierey's got to go for a lot of walls here.
I don't mind the initial wall from Liereyy around the goal, but I think he could have splurged a little bit to just wall to the wood line, and he would have been in a much safer position than this. Now it's quite uncomfortable, and there's still a gap actually near the lumber camp he hasn't noticed. He's still cut off of like 4 farms. So
Well,
this is really solid for Villese so far.
Villese kind of has a decision to make right now. I think he doesn't want to get caught out and lose his army. He knows Lierey's going to come back. He might be thinking he can loop to the north and escape where that stone is. So let's see how he moves his army here. When he sees the skirms, based on what he knows, Liereyy has kind of gone for an oval wall.
No spearmen here for Liereyy yet.
Yeah, I guess the Howl
coming in. So that's really good damage from the scouts
Yeah.
to take some HP off, but it's not going to make a huge difference because now he's trapped.
Yeah, but watch this. He doesn't know he's trapped. He thinks this is a MBL wall, a little oval. He's just clicked his scouts to the north probably, and he's like, why am I pathing towards the army? I guess, actually, there is a hole. Liereyy will need to re-wall it, and he'll do that now. But yeah, this little army will be trapped for Villese.
Resources looking solid for both of them. I think a little bit more idle time here for Liereyy, and it's 200 extra res collected for the Huns. And a really solid farm eco for Villese back there. Clean.
Yeah, I think the downside, though, will be, like, you're going to lose your army now. And after that, your plan is to go, or at least your best build is probably to go for cav archers. And if your opponent has skirms, if he has skirms, Liereyy, be careful. It kind of makes the cav archer option pretty
He
awkward
killed the
here.
spearman early, and now Liereyy loses like an equivalent amount of army in
Yeah.
that fight to this one scout.
Yeah, also
That scout has
Villese
4 kills.
idling. Now the skirms are out of position. He kind of idled the farms on the left. Lierey's now dropping a market. And Villese can just back
Villese
home.
clicks up.
Yep.
That's a really nice opening for him. Really, really solid. And we want to see Villese do well here because we know how good Liereyy is, and we know Villese has been struggling. So better openings for Villese means probably a better set for all of us.
It's
not going to be a stomp.
It is crazy, though, how you're correct in saying that Villese has been struggling, but that's just strictly based on the standards we had for him of being top 5, top 10. And his struggling is maybe like
Making top 16. or
16,
top 32.
18, like, but he's been a lot more active the last 6 months, and I've seen him slowly getting a bit sharper in some of these moments. So I think I'm really curious to see Villese. He'll have this event where I think he'll do well. There, maybe some events on the horizon at the end of the year, and then with like next season of TTL, I'm really curious, like, where does he stand in the overall world rankings?
Especially in a format like TTL where it's not best ofs.
Yeah,
It's
you're
like
playing-
games.
and you're playing everybody.
You could always see him. Yeah, you could always see him taking like a fortified clearing or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know what maps you have on there, but he's really, really solid on those types. Castle Age is going to come in faster. He is opening with knights here, I think. Maybe a mix of knight and some CA later. If he does get into knight CA, you identified that as a struggle for the Teutons. What's the standard Teuton response against that? Is it just like skirm, knight, siege, monk? Like,
I think-
what do you do?
I think on a map this large, you're really torn because all your units are so slow. But Skirm Knight is fine. I would say that you need to weather the storm first and maybe let your eco cook up a little bit on 2 or 3 town centers. But I just really don't love Lierey's map for a boom. He doesn't have any back resources to mine. So he can go for heavy food eco back there, but the gold is a big concern.
He's been slowly expanding his walls, almost like little compartments here, and he's got another one on the left. It's still open, though, on that side, and with knights on the way from Villese, that's a risk for sure. Crossbows, trying to get some villager kills. Villese's already gotten one. He's trying to get another one. Liereyy doesn't want that to happen. These should be dead.
Liereyy doesn't have elite skirm on the way.
Yeah.
And he also doesn't have bodkin. So Villese is going to assume those upgrades are coming in. That's crazy. Like, does Liereyy think his upgrades are coming in, or is he just faking it and he's able to scare his opponent's army away without the upgrades?
I love how he's just has no urgency on the second town center either. It's one guy.
Taking his time.
That's it.
Well, he's got the army there. He's also dropping the 3rd TC. What do we think of that
When does
TC
Villese
position from
start?
Villese, though? That's a pretty forward town center, but I think I like it.
It kind of like locks down the front side. If you get kicked off that gold, it doesn't have a lot of value either. So you can like abandon that area. It kind of helps you protect on the front side of the map. So it's okay. I just want to see him, like, now that he sees the knight number and no elite skirm, if he manages to clear up these elite scrims, he might add monks early and then start snagging these relics. And like I said before, there's only 4 of them near him, so he could even put some pressure on with a relic countdown.
In terms of investment, I really like Lierey's position. He's invested so little into the farms and gotten value. He just having those skirms has prevented Villese from attacking at all. Villese still thinks he's going to get bodkin on those. Still thinks he's going to get elite skirm, which he has not done. And now he already has +2 armor. It's just... like, if Teutons had husbandry, they'd be ridiculous here. But just being so slow, at least by high-level standards, is kind of the issue. Ooh.
Liereyy with monks first.
Ooh, that was sick. Well played from Liereyy. And Villese also goes in and well played. Ends up sniping the monk.
Yep, that's worth it. Lost the other scout. So Liereyy, let's see what he can spot in terms of relics. He sees 2. Villese sees 3. So they're both missing the one in the south.
Yeah. I think...
barracks for Villese. Second barracks. Okay. Pikeman.
I was just going to say, I think there is an army-type concern right now for Villese. You don't want to make more crossbows necessarily. Starting cav archer production right now also feels a little bit awkward. I don't hate pikemen, but I think the key here is that he gets a fight with them before Liereyy realizes, because there's nothing stopping Liereyy from just clicking the elite skirm upgrade and making a couple more skirms, and he already has 8 right now.
Just missed that monk. So Lierey's going to get the first relic. 3 TCs for both. 63 vills for Villese. And we have 57 for Liereyy. Second wood upgrade is in for Villese. Liereyy doesn't have that. More or less pretty even at this stage.
Yeah, it could be a big fight here. I'm still keeping my eye on what Liereyy sees. Okay, he will see 1 pike back there. He needs to save these skirms. Seems like he wants to take the fight, but it's not certain whether or not he would win it. And it's much easier for Villese to reinforce. But I think him seeing that should tell him to back up, pump out a couple more skirms there just to focus down those pikemen. But that's a lot of knights. 16 knights for Liereyy.
With +2 armor as well. And Villese still hasn't invested in that. Ooh. He might find these 2 monks, though. He's got to commit for this. He's got to commit for this. He takes out one, doesn't get converted. Takes out another, doesn't get converted. I thought it was the Teutons with the conversion resistance, not the Huns. Nice job from Villese.
Yeah, but now Villese might have some issues at home, but he does have bodkin, so the TC will offer more protection than usual. All the skirms will go down, so Liereyy needs to do some big damage. He's taking losses. There's enough pikemen out from Villese to probably be okay with this. Again,
the TC as well, yep.
The TC fire is helping a lot, and Liereyy
coming in. There's a
hole
in Lierey's base. There's a hole in Lierey's base. Oh, he gets the houses down in time, dude. Sick. Holy cow. That could have been so bad.
Yeah, but Villese, all the army that he lost was all expendable. He didn't lose his knights. He could always come home with those knights. He's got more pikes out. And I think that with the map control Villese has right now is actually an opportunity where you could consider a tech switch. That was very nice from him. I love the decision. So many people sit back there and let Liereyy dictate the fight, but sending the knights forward and using the mobility was perfect.
This is why you have pikemen, right? This is why you make the tech switch.
Yep.
So you don't have to use your knights to have those fights. You can use your pikemen and your reinforcements at home. He did take a few losses, but still ahead on villagers right now. Well, I guess it's tied. He's got the pikemen, and he's got the equal knight number now to Liereyy. That was a sick house wall, by the way, from Liereyy to prevent those knights coming in. If those got in, this game would have got really, really hectic for him.
Villese really wants to keep the pressure on here. There's a lot of monks. I think if you're running it forward now, you need to be considering devotion. Too many monks, and also Teutons heal up very quickly, so it's good for Liereyy to have that.
Speaking of monks, Villese working on his first one. That one's probably going to go for the relics. And he's trying to find an opening at the north. Liereyy did find the hole in the south, and he's patched that. Great little healing factory he's got here too, Liereyy.
Yeah, can't engage against that. Absolutely cannot engage against that. And so the 18 pikes do a really good job of defending, but attacking, it's going to be brutal. Confident from Liereyy. He continues to chase down the pikes, but it's because he can back away and just heal up the damage.
Villese almost in the north. through that house. We'll see if Liereyy actually notices that. That's one of those things that'll sneak up on you when they get to the back of your base. And Villese also kind of massing up cav archers very slowly from that one range.
I'm not sure I love this fight. We'll see. It is Pike versus Knight. But with the healing, I'm kind of expecting this to be fine for Liereyy. How many units did Liereyy actually lose there? He barely lost anything.
Like 5 knights, maybe?
Yeah.
He lost 2 monks, 4 monks. That's not so bad, but now we need more pikemen. We need more cav archers. Another archer range probably be critical for Villese. The knights are into the eco, though. They did sneak up on him. I knew that was going to be a problem. Nice job.
Maybe that could actually be why Villese was taking the fight, now that I think about it.
Maybe.
You take that fight because you see there's no response here, and it's definitely something that he could have considered there. Because I think Villese really understands the power of the healing there. That would be my guess.
Look at the resources for Villese right now. Holy gold.
The resources are good, but his army count's really fragile, dude. It's 20 knights. He only has 10 pikes and 7 CA. That's not enough. And he might not get conversions. So this is Lierey's chance. If Liereyy wins a fight, he could also follow it up with a forward castle. Liereyy sees the army and backs away. So good for Villese so far. And a defensive castle.
I want to see more archer ranges. There we go. 2 more archer ranges. Defensive castle from Liereyy, like you said. Imperial Age is going to be faster. Villese has enough stone for a castle. Please don't get overly aggressive with this. Your name is Villese, not Aggressa. Don't go onto the gold, please.
That's a new one. I mean, there's not a lot of neutral resources to really control here. And all of Lierey's golds that he does have access to are pretty locked down. So he's got a decision to make. I don't mind this castle. If it was too aggressive, maybe Liereyy would spot it and deny it.
That one should be fine. I mean, Bracer's going to be a huge upgrade for him, right?
But
it'll help so much against those knights early.
Starting to see it now, outposts. Like, you have to know where the other resources are. There's a big chunk of gold in the north and the south. And Liereyy doesn't seem to have the vision on that, but Lierey's got his knights in a nice position. Remember, Teutons have the extra melee armor, and with the hill, they'll always eat the pikes.
Cav archers are getting upgrades now. The pikemen, as you've said, expendable. You just don't want to lose too many, because now Liereyy has an incentive to try and come forward.
Yeah.
And maybe hit your eco. And it's still only palisade walls guarding the left side of Villese's base, so the front is protected by the castle, but the left side is still a little vulnerable.
3 ranges from Villese, still a little bit lower than what I'd like to see. I'd like to see him on 5 or 6, but of course he'll probably get there. And he will be an imp. And even with his Bracer, you can hit and run all day against Teuton Knights. Teuton Knights are just so freaking slow.
Pandas on this map. Let's go. I love the pandas.
Where are they? Is it Panda Rock?
In the north. Yeah, near that outpost in the north from... He's about to jump! Don't jump!
Dude, I almost instinctively went back to Lierey's army because I thought Liereyy was going to jump on the cav archers. Dude, this is not where you want to be, Villese.
No, you want to get out of here. He's going to wiggle his way out of here. He's going to wiggle his way. Wiggle harder!
Yeah.
He's out.
He's lucky Liereyy doesn't have ballistics because that could have been a whole lot worse.
But, like, how often are Teutons going to have ballistics there?
Yeah. Well, Liereyy understands he's got a hard commit to 1 or 2 things. He's not trying to play skirmishers, which I did suggest earlier, which I still think could be good, but he's just going to YOLO cav because he's like, what else can I do? You could try Halb and Siege, which is actually great against the Huns on maps like Arena, but there's been a lot happening, and it's kind of a difficult comp to get to. Halb is about to be in for Villese. It hasn't really been constantly attacking the knights. Too. And he wants a castle. Could be big timing on the fight here.
That castle needed to be up already. Yeah, that castle needed to be up already for Liereyy. Liereyy is going onager.
Again, I think it's a good comp, but like Halb's gonna hit. Halb's gonna hit. The cav archers are there too. This is not okay for Liereyy. I think his castle completes, but he loses so many knights, man.
He didn't lose that many, actually. The castle goes up with murder holes already in for Teutons. Another armor upgrade coming in for Liereyy, the final one. And Villese now needs to look somewhere else for a castle.
Villese,
like we said before, he's dangerous with these 3 TC setups, but it's Huns against Teutons now, and the Teutons have a full boom. So
Yeah, he was gonna Treb push, and then he bailed on that idea because he sees the double castle. And I think he's also seeing these stones and golds. He's taking the gold in the south. He's gonna castle the siege workshop. Wow. But, I mean, Onager's in. Don't tell me Lierey's saving for siege, Onager. It's probably got to be Paladin.
It's SO.
What?
It's SO, dude. Let's go.
No
Liereyy.
way.
Helm SO. He doesn't want to play Paladin, dude. He sees Helm.
Okay.
He wants to play Helm SO.
I mean, it takes a long time, but he does need something extreme. I'm just wondering what his gold situation's like. He only has that gold really next to his new castle. And that only had, dude, that is a scam right there. He only has 600 gold left there. And he just built the mining camp.
Oh, he hasn't been checking resources, bro. And Villese has all the other golds on the map. That Onager tech, extremely costly. He's going to have to hope to get value out of that. Villese, doing a great job exploring the map. I mean, just look at the mini-map. He sees everything. He's got access to almost every gold on the map once Liereyy exhausts these two. He'll be actively taking from all of them.
This is where you tell yourself, we just hold this position. We raid. We're gonna have one big push from the enemy, but we just have the hold. And if there are big shots from Liereyy, which I hope there are, because how frequently do we see Siege Onager? Villese can still survive that.
Yep.
But he needs to be careful here.
I think with like the increased accuracy, it's almost worth setting up your treads and just trying to snipe the Onagers down into Villese with the Halb and Cav Archers here. Like, you're just trying to hold this position and exhaust them off gold.
Congratulations, Liereyy. You're going to have Siege Onager. You're going to have, like,
no gold.
10 units in front.
He's going to feel so scammed. He's going to feel so scammed by that. There's no gold left, dude.
My favorite strat, man. Siege Onager into GG. It's my favorite arena strat.
Yeah. It's so common.
I mean,
no gold left for Liereyy. No gold at all. The light cav is also killing his villagers on the stone in the north.
Brutal.
It's not a great,
brutal
situation for Liereyy. Is he going to lose his castle? He deletes before it goes down.
And Villese will understand that he will have more res. He also broke through in the north with the light cav and is raiding there. And Villese, this is what we said, right? Like, with how Hyperrandom can play out, with how different it can be, he's definitely got some chances. And it is a better Civ matchup for him, no doubt about it. Liereyy maybe debated calling a restart because you can do that. But yeah, Villese, well played.
Yep. And it's not even like the gold in the top left mattered at all, right? Or in the left side, because Villese took every other gold on the map.
Yeah.
Liereyy just maybe didn't even select the gold and just went with his muscle memory and figured it had 800 on each tile. But castling that got you an extra, what, 600 total?
You know what?
Wasn't even that much.
You know what Liereyy never does, and I really want him to start adding it in every once in a while, is all-in Castle Age. Like, instead of going Imp, I would have liked to see Skirm, Knight, and that castle, instead of defensive, be on the front after you win a big fight. Like, big army numbers. Yep. I think there was potential. Obviously, it became really hard to do after he lost the skirms to that one raid, and that was the most important moment from Castle Age. But, yeah, I can think of a lot of games over the years. Liereyy doesn't lose a lot, where if he just played full army, he might take the map. But, yeah, happens.
Well, I think it was weird fighting up against crossbows that he never got bodkin, he never got elite skirm. Yep. He went immediately for +2 armor, then just full-on knights and monks. Victorious start.
Victorious start. Not only do we have a Victorious start, but we have a, how am I supposed to say this? Scythian?
2 pagan shrines.
Wild woman?
Oh.
No, we're talking about the woman?
Oh, Scythian.
Scythian?
It's either Scythian, 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 Scythian.
All of the above.
Yes.
Okay, so you start with a Victoria. You also start with Pop Space, which is the huts, which I think in the rare instance you do get a Victoria start, they give you that Pop Space. This usually leads...
4 pagan shrines? What do these do?
Well, apparently if you click them, they do nothing because there's a giant red X over them in capture range.
They're really pretty though. The design on them is amazing, honestly.
I mean, on Zong, you can make like 70 or 80 gold monks.
Yeah, and I don't think you can make those out of these. I don't think it's that type.
Well, if we don't know, the players don't know. And so the only way to find out is go to Feudal Age and then see if you can produce anything, or Castle Age. Because, I mean, it's kind of infamous at this point, but if you can make monks, you can convert the Feitoria, and the Feitoria is on the front.
Yes.
So, yeah, I would be really worried about that, and maybe base my whole strategy
there's
around
no redemption for either civ, so.
Oh, of course, dude.
Not possible, bro.
All right.
You're cooking, though, and I appreciate it. Also, if you go monks, the wild woman can't be converted. So she'll just...
Yeah, because
she'll just stab him.
Technically a hero unit, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, wild woman regenerates, and they have 100 HP for attack, so villagers need to be protected. Liereyy might be a little heated after the previous game, not happy with Teutons, so he's going to be looking for damage here. And Villese will wall. And Liereyy even getting Loom.
Which he can go up now.
Yeah.
Like, he can get Loom, and he can go up to Feudal Age, right? You have the Feitoria. Your resources are disgusting. The timings all switch with this.
I think Liereyy could be...
A couple more vills.
Liereyy could be insane here. Like, this Civ, Shu, is so good at all-in archers or fast imp archers, and starting with the Feitoria, it's just perfect for that.
Could be disgusting. And then you have the traction trebs that kind of replace the bombard cannons in that instance.
Dave, I don't know if Loom is enough. If this wild woman sees the wood line, I'm still envisioning some dead vills.
I mean, if you get 3 of them attacking her, she's basically
she
got the
regens.
stats
No,
of a
she
villager.
regens so fast.
I know.
think...
No, I'm aware. Lierey's fine. He could just wall his vills in if he needs to.
Why does that make me so stressed? I can't deal with that crap. I'd be freaking out right now. I guess it's because I can't quick wall. I'm shocked that Villese didn't continue to attack there. Like, I think he should. Lierey's on the way back home because he's worried about that, but anyway.
To scout the corners, dude.
Yeah. There are some pretty nasty corners here, actually. I doubt we'll see them used, but hey, if you cut to the northern corner, you get a whole 225 gold per tile. Congratulations.
No, it's on every corner, dude. It's the same values. That's so bad. Oh my goodness. How much stone and gold is actually on this map? It's not as much as you might think looking at the mini map.
Yep, I was gonna say the same thing. So players have a trickle of all res. If you want to have an idea, roughly speaking, how much res they brought in, you could look at the stone. I think stone comes in at a different rate, though, so I think food is like twice the speed of that. I don't remember. Should be super easy fast castling for both of them.
I think, like, with the Feitoria, I'd much rather have Shu than Franks. Just because it feels like Franks can't really go for anything on a 1 TC push, realistically.
I mean... Maybe you can go Night Siege.
Definitely can.
If Shu don't get redemption, Night Siege might be pretty decent.
The Feitoria is at the front.
Yes.
Maybe you could just take it out.
Yeah, dude. Like, if you lose your Feitoria in a Feitoria 1v1, it's game over. Like, it's what it feels like anyways. Actually, maybe we see like a Pike Siege play from Villese. I see a barracks for him.
The market for him. The resources with Feitoria always sneak up on you. Always.
So answering
he's gonna have 1,000 food when he clicks up. Oh my goodness.
Answering a couple hyper-random questions here. So the resources that you start with can be random. In this case, I don't know if it was standard, but occasionally you'll find players start with more or less of every resource. But the amount on each resource as you scout the map will vary, but it is balanced to each side.
Yes. So there's resources attributed to each player. So for example, their main gold's supposed to have the same values.
Yeah.
And then there's resources that can be like a neutral gold. So like 794 is the neutral gold on the side, on the big pile. Then the corner golds, and all the corner golds are going to have 225 on them. So it's like, it's set by which region the resource appears in. It's funny you mentioned the starting res too, because I watched one of the qualifier games. I can't remember who it was, but they were Chinese, and both players start with 0 food. So the Chinese started with -100.
Yeah, I think I did see that, and it was brutal. I think it was Target versus Survivalist.
Yes. It was Target that started with -100. Yeah.
Yeah, he had like 2 minutes of idle TC time
funny.
in Dark Age. Well, Wild Woman will get a little less important over time, but it's still a unit. And it's still a unit that regenerates. So Villese would be happy to kill this. A little surprised Liereyy hung around here. And
look at her little... She's got a schnoz on her, dude.
I don't have the high graphics on because Capture Age has been Crash Rage, so I've got like real blurry. People are gonna have to envision her schnoz.
Okay.
So we thought this is gonna be like all in, and it's just gonna be like arena for Villese, light cap for map control, and I'm guessing town centers, but could be wrong.
Maybe. I would love like double siege workshop forward if you see the archers.
Yep.
And you can distract them.
You do have to get the position though, which is a little tricky right now with only 3 scouts.
If you can get that position, like everyone's gonna have enough stone for a castle because of the Feitoria. You could follow that up as soon as you get this forward position. If you castle their Feitoria, could be pretty good as well. Let's see what Villese goes for. He gets the castle age, and it's armor, 1 siege workshop, wood upgrade, and some knights.
Yep, siege is good. This is Liereyy. Liereyy with Shu, cheaper archer upgrades. Also, you get some food income from chopping wood. He's completely walled, and I guess you can't make monks out of the shrines because he's making a monastery now. So they're just kind of there.
With the way this map is set up, Villese could just go for that greedy kind of second TC first strategy, defend with a little bit of siege, and then he'll have enough stone eventually to just make a castle in the middle. And if you make a castle in the middle, it kind of locks down that one choke point. There's only one other on the other side to get into his base.
Even just a wall and a gate there makes it so difficult for the archer player. So if he gets the position, wall, gate, and then Liereyy has to run the whole way around, and that's so awkward because crossbows are so slow. I like Villese. He's not... Obviously, he respects Liereyy's skill here, but he's still not sitting back with his cav. The previous game, that little night raid, a lot of players would have sat home. Here, he takes the risk to move forward, but he still can't do damage. Liereyy just waiting until he gets some crazy crossbow micro. We are going to see Liereyy go all in. No sign of a second TC on the way.
It's funny how the Feitoria changes things. Like, Lierey's on 22 vills right now with 14 military.
It's crazy. I didn't even look at the vill
double
count.
TC, boom, making knights, scouts, and siege with 25 vills.
Yep.
Right? It completely changes the start of the game. That's why I love these Feitoria starts. I've had it in my mind that I want to do, like, a tournament at some point with just Feitoria starts with a bunch of unique maps. I think it would be really cool. But it definitely changes the entire approach to the game.
I'm gonna jump in there. I honestly think it makes Feitoria starts more special. That doesn't happen every time. Yeah. Like in that instance, as we see a forward mill, I guess Liereyy never had a mill, and he needs a market. He's got a whole bunch of things he needs to get. But yeah, I like it here because we just don't see it every time. It could get kind of stale if we did.
Yeah, that's why it would be a short one, right?
Yeah.
But it does speed up the game. That's for sure. If you don't like things like Empire Wars or Nineville Start or whatever, Feitoria definitely speeds up the game. Holy.
No way, dude. Liereyy is. I mean, it's Liereyy. Are you
going for forward castle here, bro? Like,
but
okay.
He sees what should be the counter, and he's not hesitating. He does have Thumb Ring. No ballistics. He wants to castle the Feitoria. If he gets it up, it's game ending, like we said. Villese doesn't have many knights. And if he does have the knight numbers as he loses one, Liereyy also has monks to convert. Oh, man.
I mean, Liereyy going for the university now. He's going to see those 2 mangonels and all those knights with +2 and be like, yeah, it's about an even fight with my 25 crossbows, right?
Oh, he's getting a little greedy. I think you got to keep those monk numbers alive. He does lose that. His vills are also being
Liereyy,
attacked.
Bro. It's Liereyy with Thumb Ring, dude. He's fine.
That's crazy.
It is. It honestly is. He has so much confidence against that.
No ballistics is kind of brutal, but look at him dive underneath that. He's firing uphill now. Villese needs repairs. Villese still hasn't killed a single crossbow, and that could change, but Liereyy somehow didn't lose anything there.
That was a downhill hit.
Yeah, that's super weird.
There. His villagers are still being attacked on the other side. So he's lost a vill now. He's going to lose another one to the scout. So good job from Villese distracting him. 36 villagers now for Villese. So on this map, fully boomed now. 36 vills.
I'd really like to see Villese just build a defensive castle. Like, you have a cheap castle. I think he doesn't have a market, and there's a lot to manage. But if you see the Villes lingering for this long, you know what Lierey's trying to do. He's trying to castle your TC and castle your Feitoria. So just don't even give him that chance. Lierey's micro is still good. He finally loses a crossbow. Oh, and the side units from Villese are definitely something that will distract Liereyy. Could pick off monks and crossbows there. And it's working.
Is the longer this stalemate goes on for Liereyy, the more eco Villese is adding behind this, and the closer he's getting to getting a castle of his own. Liereyy is just so aggressive here. Why are you sending the Villes? What's going on?
Well, Villese has to be careful too, though. That's still a lot of crossbows. Liereyy finally has enough stone for a castle. The Feitoria was the only thing bringing that in. Big shot. Doesn't really happen.
There's no way he pushes in like that from lower elevation with two separate groups against this Mangonel with Villes repairing it. Liereyy is just so aggressive here. Villese is keeping his Mangonels alive, though.
I actually think the castle could still go. I mean, like we said, it's Liereyy. He hasn't lost many crossbows. Lierey's running around now, but the Wild Woman's there, bro. The Wild Woman's there. It's so annoying.
Yep, she's tracking him. She's tracking him for sure. Villese kills another crossbow. Does he see the other gap in the wood line? He sees it, so he can go wall that if he needs to.
Okay,
he's just going to keep her over there scouting.
3 Mangonels now. Liereyy is 2 on food. He needs the castle on the Feitoria for this to work.
He's got the Feitoria as well, and he's got his villagers on wood bringing in some food. So it's enough, maybe, to keep his TC going. But this is a little too committed to this castle play for Liereyy, and he finally has to back up. And, I mean, at this point, if you kill the Feitoria from Villese, it doesn't even end the game. Because he's got the 3 TC eco behind.
Fair, yep. But, I mean, the longer the Villese keeps it alive, the better here. And he is known for a while that Lierey's all in because these Villes have been walking around. Great play from Villese. And I know you can make an argument Lierey's maybe made some mistakes here, but this is what we thought the Feitoria would bring us, this aggression.
Yep.
And Villese has turned it into peak Villese. Doesn't matter what it is. 3 TCs right away. So easy to get punished.
Leaving your Mangonels alone with only 1 villager against Liereyy.
Oh, God, they're clumped. They're clumped.
He's never getting hit by that.
What?
Now there's a Mangonel from Liereyy. Nice split there from Villese. He doesn't kill that Mangonel, though, and he loses 1. Finally gets it, but Lierey's going to take out all the Mangonels, dude. That's what I said. Be careful. Don't leave him alone.
Just drop a defensive castle in front of your Feitoria right now. Just drop it right next to the TC. No risk. Just drop it. Don't lose your TC. Now. Do not lose your Feitoria. Drop a castle. Yep. What's going on here? Now you might not be able to. Oh, geez, dude. I mean, he can see the Villes coming.
Yep.
Maybe where the house is. Delete the house.
Liereyy has to be careful dropping that with a Mangonel nearby, too. Because he could attack around where that castle's going, right?
Oh, big shot.
Nice shot.
Big shot. Lierey's walking past the Mangonel. He takes it out, dude. He's
here with the castle, but Villese's castle's being built, so he has to make it on the other side.
There's a Mangonel.
Like I said, though, at this point, if you take it out, it doesn't even end the game.
It's kind of crazy that Villese doesn't even try and take out the castle. He wants to save his Mangonel. His castle goes up. Liereyy will lose some Villes. Villese is on the way to Imp. I don't love the TC he's in for Imp, but he does have defensive siege.
It shouldn't go down, though. It shouldn't go down.
I mean, Liereyy has to decide on Feitoria or TC or Siege Workshop with his attack.
You go Feitoria, right?
Well, you kind of need to get rid of the Siege Workshop first.
The Wild Woman dead.
Also, Liereyy can't easily pass. Villese walled with that 1 Ville, so the only way Liereyy can get through is past the castle.
He'll go for another defensive castle. He needs to build this with some urgency, and he's sending a lot of villagers there. So the crossbows can only go so far into his base. Feitoria still alive, still cooking.
Ballistics would be very nice for Villese. I love the patience. He's been really relaxed here. It's so easy for things to fall apart. Look how fast Lierey's taking down the siege. But the castle for Villese will go up pretty much the perfect time. And yeah, Feitoria's still up. 30 villager lead for Villese. And he's chilling right now. Hoping to win the game with trebuchets.
I mean, that castle takes so long to remove this thing as well. It's just like, is it even worth it at this point? You got delayed off of that for so long. Another siege workshop coming up from Villese, so he'll probably go chemistry bombard cannons and some trebs.
Dude, a chatter just goes, no idea what a Feitoria is, but it sounds important. That's so funny. That's funny.
Mr. Feitoria to you.
It's a building that normally you can only build an imp, and it gives you all resources. So they started with it in Dark Age here.
Liereyy just hit the market hard, and he's going to be on the way to imp here.
Which is impressive.
And there's still, to be fair, there's still not really anything for Villese to use to deal with this army from Liereyy. Doesn't have any units, right?
Well, he does have trebs, and Liereyy is just clicked in.
The imp timing.
And I think Liereyy knew for a couple minutes there that he needed that castle to go down. Great job from Villese to hold. If you're wondering why Lierey's called it, first off, he can't really escape. That castle being up means he runs into castle fire. He will lose his castle. He hasn't killed enough, and Villese would have time with the 40 villager lead to go for something. Probably Cavalier, probably Onager. But yeah, we talked about Villese and his adaptability, and how if he's playing sharp, he could beat Liereyy, and he's up 2-0. And here we go. You never know what you get. They get a flaming camel as their scout.
How quickly do they scout the fish? That's the question.
Yeah.
Looks like Lierey's going to find him early, and Lierey's going to walk out there and potentially... Please tell me he sees at least one deep fish. Got to check.
Ooh.
You got to look. He's not really seeing many fish. He sees a shore fish now, so that might lead him towards a dock.
They also start with a shrine, and I believe this is the
priest.
same shrine from... Oh, you can't make priests from it?
I haven't seen them. I've seen plenty of people start with the shrine, and I haven't seen anyone make that.
Can you make monks from the shrine, or is the shrine just a...
I haven't seen anyone do anything from it.
Okay.
So I don't know.
Well,
maybe.
I'm doing the relic check right now, and I think there's
there's only 3. And I'm going to zoom out and click them. Let's see. There's 3. Yeah, and they're all kind of over near Liereyy.
So the viewers want more games, and the map script wants more games. Definitely benefits Liereyy a little bit. Having said that, Lierey's not going to know that there's only 3. He's going to assume that there's going to be like 6 or 7.
Yep.
And so he's not going to base his whole strategy around taking those relics because he doesn't have that knowledge.
The boars do not have a ton of food on them.
Yep.
Like I said before, though, it should be centered around the fish early for food supply. Flaming camels might cancel each other out.
That's a real decision right there. You probably don't want to do that.
No. And the flaming camel, you don't have to be worried because it can't kill a Vil, even without Loom.
Do they know it can't kill a Vil? I don't think they know that.
Villese, dude.
Villese would know.
He maths. He can do easy math. 20 damage on the flaming camel. 25 HP on a villager.
Okay, but hear me out, though. Hear me out. You bring a Vil and your flaming camel.
Yeah.
You weaken the group, and then you finish it off with the Vil. Easy.
I mean, maybe.
I just...
Sure.
I mean, I guess, okay, you're up 2-0 over Liereyy. You're going to be happy with your situation even if you lose this. But I said before we came in here, if there's like water or a closed map, I'm not sure I would love it against Byzantines. But then again, there's no situations. You're great against Byzantines, and Malians are actually pretty good on hybrid. So Villese will build the dock, and he's taking, what do we even call this? The southern middle pond, the pond that is shaped like a C or
mid
something.
Southwest.
Mid Southwest, yeah, that one. That's
South Midwest. Howdy, don't you know?
I'm really looking at this.
It's a combination, right?
I'm really looking at this. It's a lot of fish, though. Seems like the food is kind of close to standard. So it's not like it's 500 or 600 food or only 100. So a lot to work with there. And
Flaming Camel died from Liereyy to the TC.
No.
Yep.
Well, he got a llama. At least you can eat the llama. But that's horrible for him because he doesn't have the scouting intel on dock positions, which is kind of the key thing. Now, saying that Villese is going to miss it.
Yeah, he already scouted that area, so he's not going to go back there.
Yeah.
At least not soon.
But he'll find it. He'll find it. And he also
He'll be able to find all 3 relics, too, if he comes back across here.
Dude, if this was like MBL or someone, I would fully expect man-at-arms forward on that hill right in front of Lierey's base. That is a nasty hill. If Liereyy loses it.
Yeah. Especially when you have a flaming camel and he doesn't. If you can force villager fights and then come in and get that splash damage, could be real nice. Loom coming in for Liereyy, Loom coming in for Villese, so they're both going to click up shortly. We both favor kind of the Byzantines. I think nothing about this map is making me love the Malians more than I would normally in this Civ matchup. But the Malians are still quite decent on hybrid maps, so we'll see what Villese can do. And not having the scout is kind of brutal for Liereyy.
It's good to know that this happens to the elite players too, because the amount of times that I'm like, man, I've scouted everything. Where's the dock? And I just got super unlucky. And he already had just docked in the simple position I scouted too early is way too damn high. What's up with the with Villese being able to see the llama? Is that a capture age thing? I've seen that a couple times in Hyperrandom. Like,
where's that?
You'd have to rewind, but basically it was moving in the fog of war where he had scouted and he could see it moving.
That's a capture age thing. You gotta hit the exploration like twice with Alt F.
Really? Because I had it right. It's not the first time I've seen it.
Sometimes it does. Yeah, sometimes it does happen even when you do it. It's weird.
Okay.
It's weird.
Okay.
They can't see it in game though.
Okay. Well, Villese continues to miss the dock, but he is going to come forward. So I like this. I honestly, something that would be even more successful than a range would be a dock in the northern pond. Fire pressure there and man-at-arms would be a lot for Liereyy to manage. Lierey's very late. Liereyy still hasn't clicked up here. He's trying fast castle.
Guess so.
High risk, high reward, I guess. If you're down 2 games and you're really not feeling it. But that's
without
crazy.
a scout as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if there is a player who can pull it off, it might be Liereyy with some good quick walls. He's going to probably get pushed away from this berry area a little bit and maybe off of that wood line, but the gold is all the way at the back of his base, easily wallable. He still has his fish, right? And the resources are looking pretty decent for him, honestly, as long as he has enough wood to get his buildings up.
Reminder, Villese still has not seen that dock. So if he loses the flaming camel, which he might do because he wants to weaken a bunch of vills here, he's not going to have a scout anymore. Here he comes. Liereyy has no preemptive walls. The militia are here. The flaming camel hits.
Does nothing.
And yeah, now no scout. And honestly, that was pretty underwhelming.
We need to math harder next time. Like, it would have been so much more valuable on this wood line with the men-at-arms weakening everything, right?
Liereyy just looks so done with this series right now. Like, he's just like, I don't give a crap. I'm not going to quick wall. I'm just going to fight this back. I mean, he doesn't have food underneath the TC. Like, what? He's not dead. But what's his plan here?
Dude, he sent a villager way far forward. So he wants to, I think, do a little bit of fire pressure against against Villese. He's also going for the tower there. The archer is here from Villese. He pulls the weak villagers back. He's going to build out with the full HP vills to protect the wood line somewhat, and he's just going to villager fight.
Yeah, that villager could run into some foxes or wolves or something, so Lierey's already pretty stressed. Having said that, he hasn't lost his fish yet, and that tower's going up. And Villese is trying to get max damage here, but Lierey's Vill micro is fantastic right now.
He's so good at pulling the weak vills back. Yep. It's insane. Like, you look at the back of his eco, he's just got a ton of weak vills. The full HP vills are forward for the most part. The tower is up. He's going for the blacksmith. He's going for the market now, and he's going to have an insane castle each time.
You see what I mean, though? Like, if Villese had scouted that dock, he probably would have had a fire ship or 2 pressuring the fish, and that would all be dead. But he sees it now, and he'll drop a dock.
Dude, Liereyy, where is this villager going, bro? What are we doing here?
I mean, he knows where the TC is.
Remember that he has it? Oh, he moved it back.
He should build an outpost because he's Byzantines.
Yeah.
And he already built a tower anyways. He's microing the villager in the north. That's likely going to die, but he kills the man-at-arms.
Nope. Villager kills the men-at-arms. Villese saw that villager for a second. He keeps seeing it for just a split second.
Yeah, fire galley's coming out, but it will be a little late. Liereyy trying to save this villager with the fire. I mean, Lierey's going to be in Castle Age in 2 minutes, which is not bad at all.
I do like the fact he bought stone for another tower on the gold, especially with the amount of weak villagers that he has right now in his eco. He needs towers protecting everything, and that's a nice tower from Villese over on the wood line if he sees all the weak vills there from Liereyy. But Liereyy is going to have town watch, so he knows that that tower is coming in advance, and he's already placed another lumber camp there.
Bro,
he's
but
also walled up on the other side.
There, Liereyy. I guess he's so busy right now. Zach gets spotted. Okay, he walks away.
He's fine.
He might not
be fine here, dude.
But hold up. I don't think he can actually build in all these locations. I think the ice makes it awkward. He might have the perfect position for a siege workshop.
For a siege workshop right there, yeah.
It looks like it was made for a siege workshop, but he can't do multiple buildings in this location. Is he testing it with a house there? Is that what that is? Might have been testing to see if he could place foundations, left the house there. Tower went up. He moves off the wood line. Still hasn't lost all of his fish, but it's looking kind of bleak, and we're just waiting for this vill. What will it do?
Bro. Oh, no, not right beside the villager from Villese.
Yeah, I guess he can't build. That answers the question. That little ice terrain. I mean, will Villese notice this? He's doing so much on the front. He probably should look back at his wood line sometime soon anyways, because he's running out of wood. But so far, not spotted. And they're fighting in the water right now.
To the fire battle. Yeah, he wants to go forward on those villagers.
Yep.
Byzantine fires are nice here. And Lierey's going to save that one. Wow. He saves that one. He's probably going to lose the repair villager, blocking the fire damage again. The archers are going after the fire this time. Can Liereyy take out that fire and save the villager at the same time? That was actually kind of nice.
That was dirty. That was dirty. And he still hasn't been spotted. Villese's chopping. Villese, look at your wood line, bro.
It's too much. There's just too much, man. There's too much. He doesn't expect the villager forward. Liereyy getting away with the castle age. I think a lot of other players would have lost like 10 vills in this situation. You look at the HP on his eco. Like there's so many weak vills there he's managed to save. He saved the repair villager as well. Villese now sees that, but 2 villagers going down for him as he's trying to contest it. And now he's got some problems at home, and he doesn't have a lot of wood. Just enough for a stable at the back of his base.
I like this. I mean, I think it's already kind of paid for itself. Liereyy hasn't lost a lot of eco. You can tell Villese's attack on water hasn't worked now. I think the most important thing for Liereyy to see next, and it's not going to be on his mind at all, but is where Villese has docked. If he can somehow just see that dock, he can shift this right into some fire pressure onto the fish.
I think he'll see it with the barracks, with town patrol. He might be able to spot that.
That'd be crazy. Obviously, he needs
one tile to.
He needs some spears because he knows there will be scouts. He understands the order of things, but yeah, the barracks is up. He still can't see it.
One tile too much.
Still got his fish,
dude. It's kind of ironic that Liereyy has made the monastery forward. He's not going to be able to get the 3 relics on his side of the map because the monastery is forward.
Watch Villese start a push, and Villese gets them.
Yeah, like he's gonna get them all. Yeah,
gets them on the front, gets them on the doorstep.
Like coming in, still no spears.
Yeah, but
still no spears.
You're really torn right now because it's only 2. Feels like 2 is not enough. You need 4, and you could full clear this, and then Leary's.
Spots the scouts, and the like have upgrades coming in. So spears.
You got to go then. Spearmen. If he sees you, you've got to go. You can't wait any longer.
Like have wall it in, maybe.
Deletes his own shrine.
Walling in the monk. Just gets the conversion. That's
Spearman comes out. The light cav actually were weakened there. TC is still getting eaten.
TC is gonna go down.
Yep.
Oh man, what a push for Liereyy.
What a
push in the attack round on the light cap. Villese all out of steam now. He's up in the corner, but it's not an easy spot to put a TC, and you're kind of stuck over there. And more attack rounds from Liereyy. Oh, that's disgusting.
Yeah, he's back. He's back now. GG. Liereyy gets a win on the board. Let's go. Dude, that was a whole lot of nothing into a whole lot of something there from Liereyy. That was crazy.
And that was a really good push from Villese and a really solid castle time behind that push for him.
Yep.
And Liereyy just got away with the first initial buildings. Villese didn't see it because he was busy forward. And Liereyy also with some sick micro on the water to keep his fish alive. And to push back that pressure from Villese. That was really good. Really good.
I have seen that a similar instance. Obviously not the villager forward walking around the pond, but in general, I've seen that same thing repeat itself many times against a fast castle where the player tries to do too much on land. They defend from it with just one tower. And then if you don't kill their fish, they're screwed. And I think Villese just missing the dock was huge. I really think he would have eventually killed those fish. He would have then snowballed other attacks, and then Liereyy wouldn't be able to add the siege because he would have needed the farms. Just everything was kind of a result from that.
Dude, look at the EAPM here. I have never seen Liereyy at 60 before. I think it's because he didn't have any army to spam.
He had no units.
Yeah. Like most of his APM comes from spamming formations all the time. That's wild that Villese is higher than him there.
He lost his scout, I guess. And he's
usually
fires,
at like 110 average or like high 90s. He's usually quite high.
The APM that's blowing your mind right now, like his average is above my average at my best. And then his peak I don't want to talk about, but average is at least like in the same ballpark.
Next game. Oh my. Okay. Defend the Wonder with a Saboteur.
What? Hold up. How much damage does a Sab do?
Okay, a Sab does exactly 500. I know this because there was a Sab, like, to buildings. There was a Saboteur play. I forget who it was between, maybe like Target or someone. I don't know. But he lost 3 villagers and the lumber camp to the Saboteur.
Okay, so
it
Sab's
does
insane.
100 damage and then plus 500 against buildings. So I get 600 total.
Okay,
yeah.
so...
And it has splash damage and it can do just 100 against regular units. So it kills any Dark Age unit within range, essentially.
But if you destroy the enemy's Wonder, you win. So let's not forget that. Players very likely could forget that. And the rest of this is not that crazy. I will say that I think Villese's base is a little bit easier to defend because he's so close to the edge of the map. But I definitely prefer Lierey's civilization overall.
I mean, you might just want to... I don't know which player would call it, but one of them might just want to spend the re on this one. I would hate to see it because I love Defend the Wonder.
Well, you can actually call your re... Listen, if there's one thing I'm an expert in, and you'll remember when I played this Masters of Hyperrandom 2, what I did. I'm an expert in calling restarts. Never call your re now. You type that shit out at like 3:30, and you wait until 4 minutes hits. Because there's a chance...
Of course.
Well, you say of course, but some people call it at like 3:55, which I think is a big throw because your opponent might also be calling the read.
Okay.
You only get one.
But it could also lag out and then it shows up at 4:01.
Well, okay, so there's where I probably shouldn't say this because I'm a tournament host myself, but that's where like you're like, is the opponent really going to nitpick over 1 second? Can I get away with it? That comes down to your opponent.
Like I'd let them get away with it, and then I'd get a message from Nilly at like 2 a.m. Actually,
true. Is World's Edge paying
chosen
attention?
To disqualify this player.
True. Forgot about that. Well,
you got to be careful now that we have the Overlord. You know,
dude, they should go fast castle here. There's 400 food on one rhino. The other one for Liereyy is 625.
Yeah.
So, well, then again, like, it's not that obvious from Lierey's position because he doesn't have safe gold and stone. But I think for Villese, that gold is essentially protected by the towers around the Wonder. So, super easy decision.
It's making me nervous that Liereyy is pushing this in without the follow command because he wasn't doing it in game 1.
Oh, yeah. And
he might actually just blow up that deer.
Well, it's Villese, though. It's Villese on the left.
Oh, Villese, sorry. Yeah. Oh, okay.
He uses the follow.
I got messed up. Okay, Lierey's forward. That's better. Nice.
Yeah, back berries, back wood, back golds. I mean, you could maybe go feudal age to try and pressure the opponent, but I would say Villese will definitely try a fast castle. And we should mention there is some oysters on this little swampy terrain, which you could dock and you could add fishing ships, but there being no actual fish, I doubt we'll see that.
There's only 100 on each of those too.
Uh-oh, sab sighting.
Dude,
oh my god!
That's insane! Great value from Liereyy. Holy cow, he got 3 villagers and the mill. He's still FCing here? I think you got to now.
So,
and you got to try and get a good sab yourself.
I played this before. I've gotten really excited in Lierey's position, and I feel really good about myself. But here's the issue. Lierey's Vill count is only getting higher. So, it only gets worse for him to have a random sab floating around. Honestly, I think there's an argument for Villese to wait until you would have more on the wood line than 3 or 4. But Villese is going to want his revenge. And he just doesn't know where Liereyy is at the moment. As we see Liereyy going to the north for a dock, I think.
Also, like, Lierey's wood line is very exposed from his main base.
Yep.
Yeah, Lierey's docking up there. It is good to get the oysters, for sure. You don't have to have as many villagers
You
on
need
gold,
wood
but
for that,
it's better
though,
to have
dude.
food.
You need wood for that.
And he might lose the lumber camp. Here he comes. Villese, here he comes. Come on.
He could, but you could be patient.
Done it. No, he's going after the mill as well.
Same thing. Same result.
The mill. Same thing. Okay, but later. So it's actually better for Liereyy here.
Yeah.
Does it happen later?
I mean...
However, he's on the way to feudal age with no mill.
No. No wood, dude. That hurts. Yeah, and this does hurt the tight, fast feudal builds way more than a fast castle build. Because a fast castle build, you're replacing your vills right away. In Lierey's case, he hasn't done so. I just think, obviously, it's adaptable settings, and the randomness gives and the randomness takes. And Liereyy has benefited from the randomness, but here it never felt comfortable for him to consider a fast castle because of the forward golds, and it's just so easy for Villese to come to that conclusion. So, but I guess there's oysters. And Villese doesn't have a scout now, so Villese is not going to be aware of that, and that's an easy way for Liereyy to gain a bit of an eco lead.
He did see the oysters, but he didn't see Liereyy went out. I mean, it's not a standard dock early by any means for Liereyy, right?
Yep.
So you don't really expect that because there's no food there. So you're kind of extending your eco out to just take gold, which is not really something you do in Dark Age.
Do oysters bring in gold faster? Or sorry, do oysters?
The same rate as
fishing
fish.
ships?
Same rate as deep fish.
No,
It's
I
quite
mean,
quick.
like, do Bohemians bring it in faster? I guess not, right? Because mining techs don't apply to fishing ships?
Yeah.
I would assume not. It's probably the same. We have another sneak villager from Liereyy, and this is, like, super sneak. He's thinking about a push. Which,
see, that's the same sneak fillet though, right?
Maybe, you know what? Maybe he was looking for a dock.
Yeah, he's looking for a different dock.
Yeah.
Because there's only 100 on each one of these.
Yep. Res collected's close. Food underneath the TC is about to go down for Liereyy, but he can just shift back onto the berries. Didn't mention, but it's 250 to like 300 food per berry bush, which is insane. But
Lack of a mill
will be up.
hurts, though.
Yeah.
And he's Italians, right? So he's going to be able to afford Castle Age easily.
I really don't like
for
it.
his buildings.
I really don't like it when people wall using a straggler tree. I feel like we are at the point now where you should be aware that there could be a little tree hop situation. And Liereyy has a Vill up there. Liereyy sees the tree, and Liereyy has archers he can't do damage with. So it's rare, but this is a tree hop if I've ever seen it.
I mean, there's 3 towers around the Wonder. You really that concerned about him getting in here? It denies your gold, but...
Well, it is Liereyy. Like, if it was Viper, he would go out of his way to try and chop that tree and make it crazy. Almost to his detriment, but... I don't think Liereyy realizes the situation there. He actually might think that's a full wood line there. He doesn't see the other part of the wall. But you can chop that tree, you can palisade over it, delete it, and you're through. If you're Liereyy. And now he sees it. Villager should come. And you're right. You can't do a significant amount of damage, but you could still deny... No, you can. You can deny the gold and everything.
You can idle the gold, yeah. A little bit. And there's no market for Villese as well, because he went Archer Range Blacksmith to go up.
Liereyy, come on, dude. You've got fletching.
Chop, chop.
Come on. Like, this is crazy opportunity here. Tie up the series. Take it to a game 5.
Chop, chop, Liereyy.
Chop,
literally
chop.
And figuratively.
Yep.
Come on. Get in there. Oh, this villager is getting weak. Fletching is in now. And this is kind of annoying for Villese.
You know what'd be more annoying? Is if he goes
chop,
for
chop.
the tree hop. Here we go.
Chop,
here
chop.
we go. Here we go.
Chop,
Dude,
chop.
I can't believe... Villese has been around for so long. Okay, he sees the Vills, so he knows what's about to be attempted. That's still crazy to me.
No chop.
What?
Stab. We don't chop here. We only stab.
Well, I mean, even the threat of him being able to come through has already forced so many reactions here. And he's got 5 fishing ships bringing in the golds, which is kind of a new thing. And Villese will be cast late faster. He hasn't lost any significant amount yet, but still not comfortable for him, especially when the berries have that much food. That's 2,000 food that he can't take right now.
He's got some weak fills too, so he's got to be careful.
I think, though, like, he's close enough to some of these towers. And Liereyy could go beyond the point of return and get everything trapped. So
maybe.
Liereyy still doesn't know the gold is there either. Which is crazy.
Lierey's resources looking okay. He didn't get the farm upgrade, but he never really does.
Ooh.
Unless he's playing scouts.
We got some sneak archers here from Villese. Archers will find each other.
He doesn't have great scouting on Lierey's base, though, so he might run right into those towers.
Yep.
Underneath the Wonder.
I also think Liereyy will know, because the archer was moving forward from Villese, and no one sends forward one archer. Yeah, and you're right. Villese will run into the Wonder, and that gives full vision for Liereyy. The towers are there. Liereyy should know. But it will still be crossbow.
Not repairing the house, though, because he's busy on the other side.
He is now.
Now he's started.
Dude, that's a 6 save from Villese, though. He can pull back now. Full pullback with those Vills. Damn. That's really well calculated from him. Tower from Liereyy. But imagine, and I know he kind of had to use it, but imagine if you had the Sab now. It'd be so insane. There's arguments for that.
I think both... Like, Liereyy used it first, and once Liereyy kills your mill in 3 villas, if you're Villese, you
have to
get counter damage. Yeah. This game would look very different if Liereyy didn't lose those 3 villas in the mill. He'd already be up probably by now.
Wouldn't mind to see Villese re-wall there, so he can take his berries without units sneaking in later. But great game from him with the fast castle. At the same time, if Liereyy can hold from this, he's ahead with eco because of the fishing ships. And he's
sending his archers back now.
Yep.
He's got a lot of archers. So I think even with crossbow and bodkin, Villese is really going to struggle with this fight here. And I don't know if he can even kill
Micro's got to be perfect.
Coming in here. He's got to notice this early. He's backing up already. Takes out an archer from Liereyy. Liereyy just wants to kind of stall with this army and prevent it from killing Vills. Good job for Villese so far.
That is the first time that Lierey's actually mining gold the whole game. So that tells you what the fishing ships have done. Can you still hear me?
Yeah, really good. You can tell. Yeah.
Okay. I'm probably just dropping for a second. But if you can hear me, we're probably good.
Yeah, we're good.
I love the outpost from Liereyy and the position on the front with all those stones and golds long term. Could be good. But he needs to micro down these crossbows right now. Only 2. Well, it's about
There's
to be
2 more coming in.
About to be 4.
His army's out of position.
His army's really out of position.
Where are the skirms from him? The skirms are going forward. They're looking for reinforcements. They might find the mangonel. Once again, Liereyy is doing such a good job just saving weak vills, dude. All of last game was insane for me, watching him save those vills. And again, he doesn't lose any.
Also saves the skirms. That spearman actually getting some value to distract the mangonel. Crazy micro scenarios right now, but ballistics is on the way. Villese only has 8 crossbows. He cannot lose his numbers to get value from this. And it looks like Lierey's going to get close.
Yeah.
And Liereyy is going to get some kills here.
peasy. And he doesn't want Villese to see the dock, so he's like hoping.
Oh,
Okay.
true.
Can I clear him up before he gets here?
True. Oh, he sees the dock.
Okay.
But that's kind of fine. Like, you've already benefited from that. Yeah, that was a huge shot. And with ballistics as well, some skirms will go down as they run. But that's fine. That's a nice little distraction now as far as I'm concerned. Liereyy can lose those fish. He's already benefited from it.
Friendly reminder, guys, this is a Defend the Wonder game. We haven't talked about it since the very beginning because of the stab and everything like that, but there is an extra win condition here. If someone does take out the Wonder from their opponent will lose right away.
Also,
so there's a YOLO mechanic on this one.
Bohemians get chemistry in Castle Age. The only civ to be able to do that. You have crazy damage output with your ranged units, and you don't have to fear siege either at that point, so...
I mean, you
Liereyy
can also
likes
play
his
into
position.
hand cannons.
Yep.
Yeah, like hand cannons against siege and Castle Age feels really, really nice.
Honestly,
Leierey's actually
big mangonel shots.
Smoked by shots.
Yeah.
Yeah, great job here from Villese.
Like, Lierey's definitely...
To see that.
He was expecting to have killed more here, but he didn't wait till chemistry came in. That'd be that extra attack. Second TC
really
for
like
Villese as well.
The fish on the oysters as well, if you're going to go into something like hand cannons, is really solid because they're very gold intensive. So having those extra 5 units just taking in gold is super nice.
You know what's so awkward is when you want chemistry. You need chemistry with the Bohemians, but you also need ballistics. And so he's missed a lot of volleys here because he didn't get ballistics. Yeah, sorry, I capture age glitch on my end, but yeah, I would have liked ballistics first there for Liereyy.
Siege Workshop, hand cannons, pretty devastating if you can get into them, and he started massing him.
Dude, it's 4 crossbows for Villese. Like, Liereyy could,
not enough.
Liereyy could go for 2 knights right now, and he'd probably push this. Hand cannons get found by 3 of the crossbows, though. Yeah, it's really dangerous. The hand cannons can shred the siege.
Villese's been really good with the mangonels so far.
Agreed.
I mean, they don't have that many kills, but he's gotten some big shots. He's kind of kept Liereyy on this side. He's added a second town center of his own.
But eventually...
he needs something else to fight these hand cannons, because once the siege goes down, which it will soon, another big shot, dude!
What? Dude, I just keep waiting.
Liereyy.
I just keep waiting. It's like eventually the chemistry difference kicks in and then fights start to get won, but my god. I think you need skirms now. Skirm mangonel. Crossbow mangonel might be better with his eco setup because he has the gold, but could start to get really dangerous.
Can you imagine a world where Villese was like secretly massing rams behind and going for a YOLO push against the one?
That would be so funny. That's the sudden disaster mentality.
Yeah, I don't know if he's got that.
I mean, castle dropping it would actually be doable.
It doesn't have any pierce armor, right? So like you can...
Yeah, it's real weak.
You can do some good damage output. Like the Feitoria, the other game had 10 pierce armor. So it's tough to take that down with the castle, but
look at
this thing.
Look at the vision for Liereyy. This is just the benefit of having
Really
that map
solid.
control early.
Yeah.
He sees so much in the north, and now he's got his army positioned pretty much perfectly in the south of the middle of the map, and he is just never going to allow Villese to move out. And the hill there as well means that Villese can never get one shot against the mangonel. This is... Oh, man, this is tough. I'm not really sure what to suggest to Villese right now.
Yeah, he can't really even go for that YOLO Wonder Push strategy because Lierey's got vision all the way on this side, right? He'll see it coming from a mile away. Oh, you could hope that Liereyy kills his own units with the mangonel if you're in Villese's position.
Yep, you're maybe seeing that Lierey's ever so slightly rusty. We're just used to perfection. That's all.
Ooh, monks. Okay. Go double monastery, Villese.
And Liereyy, 1 TC. No second town center. No signs of him planning on a second town center either.
Dude, it is important to note that Villese still has 5,300 gold available on that pile.
That's crazy, dude.
So
that's crazy.
He's got gold for days back here.
And I think if anyone would notice that and look at those tiles, it would be Villese. Liereyy probably will as well now because of game 1. That was pretty sad that he only had 200 a tile, but I mean, Archer range is down, Siege Workshop is down. No potential for surprising your opponent with a counterattack. This is just... It's a nice attempt from Villese. He is going to try and get to Imp, but then he has to research chemistry and wait for it. Okay.
That's a nice TC. That's a really nice TC. And Liereyy doesn't know about that at all.
All right. I mean, yeah, I agree. Good TC. He is on the way to Imp with the safe TC. If there are safe TCs. Look at
Leary's resources. He's going to go Imp too. And he's got the forward position. If he gets bomber cannons, he could just snipe the Wonder. You got to consider that with Villese. You can't give up this base. You have to hold the line here. You can't just keep moving because the Wonder is right there.
So, technically, this should be good for the Italians if you were to just look at the tech trees because they get condos. And condos are a counter to gunpowder. But you need better eco to go for condos. And I actually feel like Leary's already thinking about that possibility as he's going to switch into crossbows. Dude, that's the MTC. 4 mangonels on top of a hill with chemistry.
Oh, no. Okay. Okay, Redemption's coming in for Villese. He needs to, like, not full commit to repairs right away because then Liereyy might know.
Yeah.
But he's gonna commit to it now, and he's going to try and convert these mangonels. This might be a perfect timing for Villese. Could be a great timing for Liereyy as well with Imp coming in, and Villese manages to save the TC. That's really nice.
Yeah, well played.
So
Redemption
close,
pays off, but the monks are getting attacked now. Nice split micro from Villese. TC's still on fire. Mangonels are still alive. And Liereyy nuking a couple of vills as well.
He's going for more archer ranges, not barracks.
Damn, that's a really impressive hold from Villese. Impressive that he's going to even beat his opponent to Imp. I don't know if he'll be able to afford too much. He is also going to get raided in the north now. Liereyy built an outpost up there. He can see the full archer range stack, the wood line.
Oh, nice.
Does lose his hand cannons, though,
for him.
On the front.
That's perfect for him. He's only got 3 hand cannons left. Imperial Age does come in. He wasn't able to deny 1 range, but he's killing the villagers on the wood line. It's 69 villagers for Villese, 53 for Liereyy. Condos are now coming out from Villese. And the quadruple mangonel stack is still pushing.
I mean, at least you've made it to Imp now. So you've made it to Imp, but Imp into GG. Liereyy bringing it back, man. And it's just been 2 games where he's held the map control in very unique ways. So
I wasn't sure what we were going to get out of this set, but I like this. It's been all Villese the first 2 games, and now Liereyy for the next 2. So it's really, really solid. We'll go into game 5. We'll see what we get. I'm glad they played out this game with the Sab and the Wonder.
Agreed. Yeah, because we could have seen a restart from Villese after he got Sab
easily. Yeah.
It wasn't the whole game, but Villese choosing not to wall behind that tree meant he had to panic down 6 houses because of the threat of the tree hop there.
I mean, he was going to have to panic down 6 houses anyway because Liereyy was coming through the wall.
Well, yeah, but yeah, that's true. I'm just really obsessed with the tree, I guess.
Tristan's like, it's all the tree, dude. It's all the tree.
It was 1% tree. 1% tree. I'm saying this out of respect for your admin, OG Straggler Tree, of course.
They've been in for 3 minutes already. So we just get another Arabia, but it's like it's King of the Desert 2 Arabia. Like super open.
Wait, is this
Arabia with a pole march?
All right, don't look yet. Try and guess how much wood is actually on this map.
98,000. I think it's gonna be. It might even be less than that.
I'm gonna go 62,000.
It's 113K.
God, I was feeling really good.
Yeah.
All right. Well, yeah, we have essentially Arabia, which both players are pretty familiar with. They start with a pole march. Now, when I loaded up into the actual game, there was a weird green radius around this unit. Does it do something other than just attack?
it buffs. I think it's similar to like Centurion for the Romans. I think it buffs like attack speed and stuff like that. So you have that enabled in Capture Age essentially, whatever that is.
Well, it's just
The
in game.
aura.
Yeah, I don't have it
okay.
in Capture Age because it's obnoxious. But
Let me see in game. Does it look like that for me? Nope.
yeah, I think it's the same thing that shows with heroes and Celt castles and Georgian churches. So, but it probably isn't that big of a deal.
Differences from Arabia here. You notice them on the resource values. 540 food on that boar, 480 on the rhino. That's a good start right there in terms of food available. And then you have plenty of herdables, although they have less in general. The hares only have 22 on them, so you probably don't want to take those. And also the pole march is a big upgrade, right? And Lierey's going to find a villager with his pole march.
Villese, call Liereyy. Call Liereyy. Call Liereyy. You got 8 seconds.
Running out of time.
Call Liereyy. You got to type fast. You have till 4 minutes. Oh, God. He can't finish his house. He could still lose a villager.
He's not going to lose. He's fine. He got or he didn't get loom, but Lierey's going to lose his scout.
Oh, that was really close. It dies.
Dude, it works out.
It dies.
He's so glad he didn't. He's so glad he didn't call his ring out because he's got the pole march in on the lumber camp from Liereyy. He's fighting away with this thing.
No loom.
It still only has 4 attack, but there's no loom here for Liereyy. He walls that in. This guy's being very annoying over here, and Lierey's getting loom now.
Damn. What a swing.
And Villese has Persians, right? So, like, he should have a little bit of an advantage here in terms of eco over the Wu, at least early. So it's not the worst Civ matchup in the world.
Yeah, now this is just purely me, of course. 'Cause there's obviously a bigger gap. But I think I would call a restart here if I'm Villese because there's great chances you get like water, boom, wall maps, and this is not it. You've lost 2 straight games. You have a restart available.
But
we'll
if you look at the Civ matchup, like it's fine. You could go into another game and just get you could go into a triple TC game and get humans against like Hindustanis or something.
Yeah.
Right?
Also, I'm sure for these guys, they're so up there in level that it almost feels like cheap to not just play it out at this point, even though the rules would allow it. But great situation for Villese in the end that he has the scout. But he's got to be scouting the front here because Wu, with all this food, are definitely going to be planning on man-at-arms. And that is what I'd be afraid of as the Persians. So
the pole march, if Villese knows this, and he's one of the guys who actually might. He's one of them who might. It has apparently, I'm being told it has a radius of 8 tiles, and military units receive the following benefits. Attack 18% faster.
What?
Yeah, so you could go for like a drush, and then with something else they move faster, but I think that's where the unit tech.
Well, he's gonna be fighting with it anyways, unless he loses it now. I think he will have it in the army. I just passed there like he didn't sense that. He's bringing Villese.
He's sending villagers forward too. Yep.
Feels like a tower situation there, not archers. I think he wants a tower behind that little wood line there for Liereyy. We'll say this now because this could become important later as the units engage, but the straggler trees have 200 wood.
It does change. Dude, it does change. I was live watching the stats on the militia, and their reload time got faster.
Oh, okay. So it's 1.7 now? It was what, like 1.4-ish
well, you can look at it on Lierey's.
Oh, true.
Yeah. It's 2 for Liereyy, and it's 1.7 for Villese.
So it got
the pole
slower
march
for Villese?
Oh,
no. It's faster, of course, because he's reloading. Yeah, it's not the attack speed. Yeah, well, so far, there's no regen either for Liereyy. He has to get to Feudal Age to get the regen. Both players are up, but the regeneration is coming in 10 HP per minute for the Wu Man-at-Arms.
I think Villese might know that this thing has a little aura.
I think he does. He's certainly fighting like he does, but he also has the HP lead in general, so kind of hard to say. Again, Lierey's Woodline's about to get hit. Villese will get man-at-arms a little bit faster than Liereyy, and Villese's not letting that pole march go down. High pressure scenario right now for Liereyy. He's got to defend.
And it's the pole march is also regenerating health in feudal age.
Oh, dude. That's so
This thing
good.
is actually making such a difference,
That's
bro.
so good. And the tower's going to go up.
Keeping it alive.
If he walls in that tower, Liereyy would be really frustrated with this.
Yep.
The pole march is going to get away. A lot of man-at-arms have gone down for Liereyy, but he will clear this. And Villese has to back away with the pole march. But there's the tower.
He's running.
Honestly, though, imagine if the stragglers have, like, 20 wood, which could easily happen. It would be horrible, but he has just enough wood for another lumber camp. He just repositions it.
So apparently, if you have the range indicator on in game, which Villese probably has, because he doesn't, we know he doesn't mind visual mods. The aura does show, so that's like what
so
you
that's
saw.
the green circle. Yep.
So he might not know what it is, or maybe he was reminded by that. But either way, he's been using it really effectively, and he's obviously knows it heals up too, because he's keeping it alive. The tower's up, like you said. He walls that in, which is frustrating for Liereyy. Goes for another lumber camp. 25 vills for Villese, 25 vills for Liereyy as well.
But, I mean, what do the Wu want? They want man-at-arm archers. What does Liereyy want? Man-at-arm archers. I feel like, while initially it was awkward for Liereyy, and it still could be, he's managed it really well. He does have double bid axe. He hasn't lost any vills. And, yeah, I've seen him in this situation a lot, so see if Villese can manage it. It's a very open map. I don't think you can opt to play too defensively. He has to keep track of Lierey's ranged units. And Liereyy has to keep track of his ranged units, to be fair.
It's just so tough with such an open map like this, because you have to make a decision between like towering the wood line now for Villese. He's going on to stone forward near Liereyy. Towering your opponent some more, or towering the gold and the berries.
He's eating hares that have 20 food on them.
You might want to go for the other wood line there. Might drop that off.
Liereyy can also see, if he looks, he can also see the hares. Oh, man, this is about to get real messy.
Not on me.
This is about to get real messy. We got sneak army from Liereyy on the left. No one can see hares on Dave. That was well played. The skirmishers are here. They should be buffed by the pole march. There is a man-at-arm here, which is tanky, and it regens. So against the skirmish should be very strong. Will Villese be able to notice this? Right? Yeah, I have no clue.
No, it's on everything. It's on everything. Oh my goodness, dude. Dravidian skirms basically over here. Villagers get pulled away. Villese goes for a defensive tower on the wood line. There is a lot of value left on those berries, so it's almost worth it for Liereyy to sit there.
Yeah, I really like what Lierey's doing. The additional man-at-arms is not your typical play, because on Arabia, you can get walls down and be safe, and you can't get value. But this map is wide open. And look at how fast these things regenerate. I mean, they will still eventually die, but it's enough where they're still providing more tankiness for his skirms.
Here come the archers into the tower. Liereyy notices that. He backs away. And Villese has to put a lot of farms down because he was kicked off of those berries. There's still a lot of value on those berries back there.
Look at Liereyy. He's got 9 farms. He's got his berries. Everything's chilling. Eco's looking really well balanced, and what Liereyy is best at is one range macro games to Castle Age. It kind of feels like that's where we are right now. Villese 21 on wood, 8 on food. A lot of those villagers are on straggler trees, but even having 17 on the lumber camp's not ideal. You need less on wood and more on food.
There is a very exposed wood line for Liereyy, though, with some weak vills on it. And Villese is coming forward here.
Mm-hmm.
However, Lierey's also coming forward as Villese tries to still take the berries at the back. He's looking for the wood from Liereyy. He's looking for it. He sees the wood line over there. That's where he had to go.
Tough decisions for Liereyy right now. He'll recognize he has some weak vills. And this, I think Villese recognizes this as well. So Villese needs to counter damage. He's finding it. And dude, my capture rate just crashes so much. I'm sorry. Continue to cast.
Yeah, Liereyy still saving the villagers. There's a bunch of weak ones over there. He buys the resources and he's up to Castle Age, guys. He's absolutely up to Castle Age. He's still camping on the berries from Villese. Villese has 15 farms now, so his food eco is recovering a little bit. He's still got the 2 forward villagers. Liereyy isn't really harassing him all that much, but I mean, once Liereyy gets to Castle Age, it's going to be John Swordsman. John's coming out here. And I think Villese will struggle against that big time because he doesn't really have a secure wood line.
Yep.
His wood line is patchy at best.
Like, I hate the fact it's so easy for me to say it, and maybe it's still too early, but why play this map when you have a re against Liereyy? I don't know.
Yep.
It's really tough.
I mean,
Lierey's really good here.
He won the first land map.
Yeah, true.
Where
true.
Liereyy should have been favored, right? He had a better Civ matchup that time, but still.
Well, yeah, desperation times for Villese. He'll fall back. He'll drop the tower. That'll protect a sizable area here. Good farm space. The gold as well. He does have the skirms there. He'll probably complete this. He is losing his skirms on the right side, though.
Look at
But he's going to defend.
Look at the resources for Liereyy when it gets to Castle Age.
It's just perfect.
Ooh.
It's just perfect.
It's going to be 3 barracks production of those things.
Also,
and he has the 2 villagers forward as well.
Like, Jean Swordsmen are maybe the best unit to have now. Maybe even better than Knights. Wide open. Wood lines are pretty much gone. It's like having access to a Huskarl that regenerates. And cheaper than a Huskarl, unless I'm wrong.
What does Villese do here? What can you do here?
I think you just try tower defense and hope that eventually it's enough. Use your market to balance out to get to Castle Age and then play in towards Knights. But it's not looking too good. Score is saying it's good, but John Swordsmen are going to wreck here, dude. And GG. Damn.
Yep. Reverse sweep. Holy.
Well, we said Liereyy hadn't played any, at least public matches in AoE 2 for a month. He just played 5, and the first 2 were a warm-up for him. That's insane. I feel so bad for Villese.
I think Villese, he can take some confidence off of this set. I think he played pretty well. And it looked like his scouting, he was prepared, right?
Yep.
He knew what the pole march was doing. He won the first map against Liereyy, which was a pretty impressive victory. Second one was good as well. And then the ones that he lost, I mean...
I agree.
It's Liereyy, right?
No, I agree.
It's Liereyy, and it's double elimination, so you have another chance.
I agree. I personally am a little frustrated because I've convinced myself that if you call a restart there, you get a closed map. There's no guarantee you could have a crap Civ matchup. Also, Persians are pretty decent here. So yeah, take some confidence from that. Apparently, he will play the loser of Sito Vinch. Yep, and Sito Vinch are amazing. Yeah, but that was a fun set. Good to see that, and good to see Liereyy. I think Liereyy learned a couple tiny details, specifically in the last game. Hopefully, someone will tell him about the pole march, or he'll have realized, and he might keep those units alive next time. I don't think he thought it regenerated.
I think someone needs to let him know to scout the corners though, because you look at Villese's scouting, and you know that he went there early. With the herdables, there was nothing there really. But then you look at Lierey's scouting, and it's like a standard Arabia game, right? It's just down the middle.
Liereyy is so talented. I don't think there's another player in the top 16 of this event that has just straight up hasn't played any public matches in a freaking month. He does do practice in the past. Maybe he wasn't practicing, but he will before big events like lands, especially. He will do lots of practice sets with some of his friends and practice partners. But yeah. 5 games today. Before that, last game Liereyy played was over a month ago against Chart on Arabia. And he's been decaying from 2,800 or whatever elo he was down to 2,400.
Down to like 24, yeah.
Absolute noob right now.
Soon you'll be higher rated than him.
Sadly, no.
What are you at now?
I mean, I'm like lingering around the mid 2300s, but 2400 is really tough for me to get to.
He's gonna keep decaying.
True. That, I guess eventually. I mean, eventually you'll be higher than him, and chat will be higher than him. So, but good series. So what is it? Next 2 weeks, 3 weeks of this event? It goes till late October, right?
Yeah, it goes till October 19th.
Okay.
So that would be the final weekend essentially. So we got
It's like
we got a
2.5
few
weeks.
weeks of this.
Yep.
Yeah, and we have double elimination, 2 groups. It's a really kind of unique format. I think we were kind of forced into this with the limited time that we had, and we
Mhm.
wanted to do group stage without having like book holds or any of that shit, you know.
You said it, not
So
me.
yeah, so it is kind of just like 2 separate group brackets, and then obviously we get into the playoffs. We also really wanted um double elimination for
Yeah.
Hyperrandom because
Yeah.
sometimes you get really unlucky, and it's in the spirit of the event. It's why we have rees for stuff like that. But sometimes you just get extremely unlucky with sim matchups, even though you have a re. And to have another chance at it just seems a little bit more fair without kind of having to or rather balance the entire hyper random generation
I agree.
business. So
Yeah, I agree. I think more than one re would be way too excessive. Having
yes.
0 would be bad. One re's perfect. I've been really happy with the variety of map gen so far. It feels like Zetnews has done a really good job on that. In terms of like, is there water? Is there land? Are there walls? But also the amount of the different types of units they spawn with too. And the nice thing about 2.5 weeks left is I think this week we'll still see some of these really elite players that maybe are just got through in the qualifier just because they're just way better than everyone. They're going to be learning some of the tiny details you have to focus on. So